Okay, question number 4. Find the gradient of this at a particular point. So I need to do implicit differentiation. But when I look at this, I can see a couple of product rules, y times this and minus 3xy, and I've got this inverse cosine. So I've looked at 3x being u and y being v. So I've got u times v dash, so 3x times dy dx, plus the derivative of u is 3 times y. So that is the derivative of this part, but of course they're both going to be negative. And looking at the inverse cosine of x on 3, that's going to be negative 1 on top of the square root of 1 minus 1 squared minus x on 3 squared. Then the derivative of the inside, which is 1/3. I can expand that and then put it over a common denominator of 9. Then take the square root of the 9 on the bottom, gives you 1/3. Those cancel to leave you with this. Okay, so what have we got? We've got a product rule. I've got y times the derivative of this, which is negative 1, the square root of 9 minus x squared, which came from this, plus dy dx times the inverse cosine of x on 3, plus 2 times the derivative of tan of x, which is sec squared of x, minus, and I will have 3x dy dx minus 3y equals the derivative of is 0. So now I'm going to replace x with 0 and y with 4 on pi. So that becomes a 0, that becomes a 0, that becomes a 0, that becomes a 0. So that all goes to 0. Plus 2 on cos of 0 is 1, 1 squared is 2, minus 3 times 4 on pi, plus dy dx, the inverse cosine of 0 is 1, plus 4 on pi times negative 1 on that 0, so root 9 is 3, all equals 0. So what have we got? We've got minus 4 on 3 pi plus dy dx plus 2 minus 12 on pi equals 0, which means dy dx will equal 12 on pi plus 4 on 3 pi minus 2. And I might put that all over 3 pi. So I'm going to multiply that by 3. So 36 plus, that's already over 3 pi, 4 minus 3 pi. So that gives me 6 pi. 40 minus 6 pi on 3 pi, which is 20 minus 3 pi on 3 pi. I think I spotted an error. The inverse cosine of 0, cos will be 0 at pi on 2, so that's actually pi on 2. Sorry about that. So that's pi on 2, so that's pi on 2, so that's pi on 2 dy dx, which means dy dx will equal 4, 20 minus 3 pi on 3 pi squared, and I've got to put it in this form, and that looks like this form. So A is going to equal 4, B is going to equal 20, C is going to equal 3, and that's correct.